Thanks.
Welcome to Charles Darwin University graduation. Congratulations on your achievement. Now you stand ready to create a new world of possibilities. This is your CDU graduation. Graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to commence. Please stand and remain standing until the national anthem has been sung.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, graduands, family and friends, to commence proceedings, I would like to invite James Parfitt Fijo to deliver the welcome to country. Thank you.
Firstly, thank you all for being here. Before I start, I'd like to say this, and especially to the lecturers and educators at CDU. Teaching and lecturing are the one and only professions that creates all other professions. Yep, only you as educators and lecturers have this ability. And now look what is before us today. I would like to acknowledge again all the deans of faculties, lecturers at CDU, the tutors, the academic support staff, all the support team. So please, everyone, please in this audience, please give them a hand. Come on, we wouldn't be here without them. Give us a hand, let me hear it. I'd especially like to thank the CDU for hosting this graduation today, and a big thank you to all the behind-the-scenes workers who helped put this fine event on today. And a big thanks and well done, especially in these difficult times of COVID. Both academics and students have risen during this period, and you all had to keep rolling with the distractions of lockdown, being away from home, being away from families, with all the issues of COVID. What you've been through is unprecedented. And after all that, you are still here today graduating. So you should give yourselves a good hand, because it hasn't been an easy road. A big personal thanks for inviting and acknowledging the Larrakia people as the traditional owners and custodians of this land, and for the Larrakia Nation and people for their continuing culture and contributions to the community yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I wish to acknowledge and show my respect to our elders past, present, and emerging, and thank you for inviting myself to perform the Welcome to Country. I'd also like to acknowledge any other Larrakia, any other Indigenous Australians, and everyone, no matter wherever your roots may come from, no matter about race, colour, or creed, welcome to Larrakia Country. It's a personal joy being here today. Traditionally, when people from other places visit Aboriginal country, a traditional owner would be asked to welcome them to their country, and when a welcome to country was given, this meant the visitors would be given safe passage through our lands. We do this simply because we come from a culture of caring and sharing, and that defines who we are as a people. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. And I see that right before me right now. As Vincent Lingari and the Grinji people said, from little things, big things grow. And that's the story of CDU. Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving our community, the world, a better place than we all found it. As the old saying goes, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. And for the students, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. Learning experiences are like journeys. The journey starts where the learning is now and ends when the learner is successful. The end of the journey isn't knowing more, it's doing more. With that in mind, also remember this: education is knowledge, and knowledge is power. The power to become anything that you desire, and this makes you the creators of your own destiny. Even though you're graduating today, please don't think today is not being the end of your journey. Graduating here today, but think of this as the very start of your journey of bigger and better futures. See the pathways to opportunity before you. Hear the cues that unlock the puzzles of tomorrow. Understand that it's you who will help determine your futures, and you have that power all before you. As I welcome every single person in attendance here this morning to Larrakia Country, I'd like to add a quote from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It's now time to change your world, to change our world. Time to be the next generation of proud, strong education, future leaders and workers. I'd like to finish with words from the late and great Reverend Wally Fijo. You have come by way of Larrakia land. While you're here, you'll hear the voices of our ancestors. When you leave, you will take the Larrakia message with you. It's my honour and privilege to welcome each and every one of you here this afternoon, and may our ancestors guide and protect you always. Again, welcome, and thank you for being here today. Please keep up the great work, because you truly are amazing. We are unprecedented times, and it's been hard for all of us, but you are the ones that had to keep going, and you are the ones that had to keep studying, and you had to do ones that difficult that no other person in your generation before you had to do. So well done again. Thank you.
Thank you, James, for that wonderful welcome to country. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Professor Mike Wilson, and I have the pleasure and privilege of being Provost of Charles Darwin University. I also have the pleasure of being your MC here tonight. On behalf of the university community and all present here today, I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this ceremony is taking place, the Larrakia people. And I acknowledge their elders past, present, and emerging. And I also wish to extend that respect to all other First Nations people present here tonight. I now invite our Vice Chancellor and President, Professor Scott Bowman AO, to deliver the welcome address. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mike, and a very warm welcome to everybody. It's fantastic to see so many people here, fantastic to see so many graduates here, and thank you to all the staff that have come tonight to give up their Friday night. They'd normally be down the pub by this point, most Fridays. Now, I was a Vice-Chancellor at another university for about 10 years, and I've been at this university for about 6 or 7 months. But we used to do about 15 graduations a year, every year for 10 years. So I've been to a lot of graduations, and I just want to share some observations with you. One is, I've noticed that round about at the halfway mark of the students going across and meeting the Chancellor, there's a significant group in the audience that start to look really sad, really disappointed. And I've always wondered what that's about. And then it hit me. By the time you get to about the third of the way through or half of the way through, people are loosening up a little bit. And they're really going off. You know, when people walk across the stage, people are starting to cheer and shout, yeah, go Mum, go Fred, go Frida. And they're really screaming and shouting and just going mad. But those ones at the beginning didn't do that. They've missed their one chance. Their loved one over there is only going to go over there once, and they've missed their chance to really embarrass them and to go mad. So go hard right from the beginning. We are, I think we're the most important university in Australia. If you have a look at the area we service, and if you have a look at the Northern Territory and how important that is to the future of Australia, we are the only university in the Northern Territory. That's why I would argue, as I did this week in the Australian newspaper, we are Australia's most important university. I think we're one of the greatest universities in Australia as well, but one thing we're not a stuffy university. You go to some of those universities down south and it's all, oh, don't clap, wait until 50 people have gone across and then you can have one clap. We're not like that. Go mad. Now, the other thing I've noticed is, in fact, I might have just noticed it then. We have some children and we have some babies in the audience, and we've got one over there making a bit of noise. But don't be embarrassed. Please don't feel that you have to go out. We love having children in the audience. We love having children in the audience. So if they're making a bit of noise, please don't feel you've got to leave. Stay. In fact, can I suggest when that guy, Mike over there, comes out to speak again, give the babies a bit of a pinch. Get them really crying. We're not a stuffy university. We're a university for all the families. And when we hear those kids crying, we know that in a few years' time, we've got more business coming our way. So please feel happy with the kids. I also noticed that occasionally, a student will walk across the carpet, trip up, fall flat on their face, and they seem embarrassed about that. Don't be embarrassed, we love it. We think it's really funny. Put a show on for us. Same with mobile phones. You've all been told to turn your mobile phone on. There'd be someone that hasn't. I like it when a mobile phone goes off, but we've all got to work together. When one goes off, what we all need to do is look at that person with daggers and then very slowly shake your head. So I'm looking forward to that part. So, look, it is a great night. It's a night of celebration. You're at a wedding, you're not at a funeral. There is a serious part. These guys over here are going to graduate. It's a big milestone in their lives, and they're going to graduate from this university. But we're here to celebrate that graduation. And it really is a great university. Charles Darwin University, the university you're graduating from, is a fantastic university. This week, we have launched our new strategic plan. Get that kid out of here, quick. No, sorry, no, I didn't mean that. What was I going on about? Oh, yeah, it's a great uni. So we've got the strat plan, and what we've looked in there for is the values of the university. And this is the values from the students, the alumni, the community, and our incredible staff. And the values that have emerged from this university, what we really believe in are kindness, courage, innovation, leadership, and openness. And particularly those first two values, kindness and courage, I don't think you'll find in any other university in the country. And that is how this university is going to be living over the next, into the future. And I think they're a great set of values to live by. And I'd encourage our graduates to have a look at those values in the new strat plan and perhaps use those as the basis of your values and guide through life. I think that one, courage, is incredibly important. And when it came up, I did wonder, as an academic, what is the most courageous thing I've ever done? Well, I share you with it, even though it's a bit embarrassing. My background, I'm a radiographer by background. Any radiographers? No radiographers? Well, they're the ones that say, breathe in, hold it, and if they remember, they tell you to carry on breathing afterwards. And when I was at Central Queensland University, I was approached actually by a bunch of pineapple farmers. And pineapple growing is really big in Central Queensland. And I was asked, can you come and give us a lecture on the future of pineapple farming? Now, I knew two things about pineapple farming and pineapples: nothing at all and bugger all. They were the two things I knew about. But I thought, how hard can it be? How hard can it be? So I went and actually gave this lecture on pineapple farming. And I just made a load of stuff up. These are all professional pineapple farmers, and I'm telling them in the future, people won't want to transport pineapples from the countryside into the city. So what you should be doing is growing your pineapples up the side of buildings, high-rise things, and then get drones, and the drones can go up and smell the pineapples, see if they're fresh, and pick the pineapple and bring it down. They're all sitting there making notes on it. So have courage. You don't need to. You've got a degree now. You're educated. You don't need to know anything. You've proved that you know a lot in your area. But you don't need to know anything about a lot of things to go and give a lecture on it. That's what I learned there. I've even given lectures on the physics of Star Trek and given a lecture on warp engines. So maybe this is worrying. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this as a Vice-Chancellor. But have courage as you go out there. But more than that, have courage, also have a lot of fun. Have fun as you go through your careers. Have fun as you go through your lives. We're only here once, I think, and I think we should really have a lot of fun while we're going through. I do want to congratulate you. We know that we've got a fantastic bunch of graduates. We know you've done it really hard with the pandemic. We know you've done it hard in terms of online study and all that. You have persevered, you've shown great resilience, and you've got here. So I just want to congratulate you all and say well done. There is only one group of people here tonight that I think have done even better than you, and that's this bunch. Yeah. Just think about all your whinging and miserableness and what they had to put up with. All those late nights, all those times when you were asking them for money and to borrow their cars. You know, I think you have done so well putting up with them. We only have to put up with them a few hours in the week. You have to put up with them full time. So well done to you. Actually, I think you should stand up and give them a clap. Okay, that's enough. Don't overdo it. We've got to get down the buff club after this. Okay, look, have an absolutely fantastic evening. Feel free to really celebrate. This is a big milestone, and I congratulate you all. Well done.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. It is now time for today's occasional address, which will be delivered by Emily Frances Moyes. Thank you, Mother. Emily was born in Darwin and raised in the rural area. Emily's father was the head curator of the Territory Wildlife Park, and from a young age, Emily had a wonderful opportunity to experience the Territory's environment and its animals through her father's expert guidance. Out of that grew her passion for environmental studies. At Charles Darwin University, Emily studied a Bachelor of Science with an ecology major. Through her degree at CDU, she travelled overseas to complete field studies and research in environmentally rich areas. Emily travelled to Yogyakarta to study reptiles and mangroves, Borneo to study the local rainforests and the species therein, the Galapagos Islands to study at a research centre and to explore the islands and their diverse flora and fauna. Through work placement at CDU, Emily also contributed to important fauna studies for threatened species populations here in the NT. Emily is currently park manager for Crocodilus Park, working alongside crocodile specialists Professor Graham Webb and Charlie Manolis. Emily applies the scientific understanding gained through her CDU degree to her work, which includes conducting crocodile research, data collection, analysis, and report writing. Emily is also up for some of the more heart-racing activities that go with working with crocodiles, including egg collection and incubation. Please join me in welcoming Emily Moyes to the stage.
Was it that obvious she was my mother? So when I started my degree, I did not realise how much I would take away from it. Not only has it allowed me to grow tremendously in a professional sense, expanding my skill set and knowledge on all things flora, fauna, and environmental, it has also allowed me to grow personally and gain once-in-a-lifetime experiences. I started out as an internal student and then transitioned over to complete around 90% of my degree enrolled as an external student. And I tell you what, it's not easy completing a degree externally or internally for that matter. Working full-time, buying 20 acres and building a house, getting married and balancing general life activities while still trying to prioritise studies and assessments is no easy task. But CDU were always fantastic at supporting external students, adapting learning materials to be highly interactive, reaching out personally to individuals and providing support, being understanding when needed. We have some of the most unique environments here in the Northern Territory, and I don't think anyone can argue with me on that point. We live within some of the most beautiful landscapes, from monsoon forests, savanna grasslands, floodplains, canyons, rocky outcrops, deserts, and more. Having the opportunity to immerse myself into these environments and learn from passionate lecturers is something I am internally grateful for. Our special NT environment deserves preservation and attention, and having CDU run these environmental degrees is vital for the Territory's future. It gives students like me the chance to hopefully one day contribute to making sure our unique ecosystems and way of life are available for future generations to come. Throughout my studies, I've been given opportunities that I will never ever forget. I was very lucky to complete fieldwork all around the world because of CDU. In 2018, I was fortunate enough to go to Yogyakarta in Java, Indonesia, where I spent 2 weeks living at the Gajah Mada University. Days were spent learning off other students, catching reptiles on the sandstone cliffs in dense rainforest. May or may not be spitting cobras, I won't clarify that. Surveying the mangroves, learning how shrimp farming affects natural ecosystems, and exploring the local community, which was made up of some of the friendliest people that I have ever met. At the end of 2018, I headed over to the world-famous Galapagos Islands. And whether you're a nature lover or not, I think you can agree and appreciate how special this opportunity was for me. I was fortunate enough to spend a week at the Charles Darwin Research Station there on Santa Cruz Island, where we learnt about all things being researched and completed by the scientists over there. And we were very fortunate that we were able to sit on in their annual meeting where the scientists present all their findings for the year. We then spent the next week island hopping, spending days hiking and snorkeling multiple times, and I will never forget the feeling of being there. It was absolutely surreal. Snorkeling through crystal clear blue water and then looking up to some of the most amazing volcanic rock you've seen. Besides your classmates, there was not a soul in sight. And just like the documentaries that you see on TV, there was iguanas swimming underwater, seals blowing bubbles under you, trying to entice you to play with you, fish as far as the eye could see, sharks, turtles, and we can't forget that time we caught in the middle of a feeding frenzy of about 150 penguins smashing down fish all around you. At the start of 2020, I was very fortunate to take my last overseas trip before COVID hit into the deep jungle of Borneo. Here, we met in Kuching, where we travelled to an orangutan reserve, took a very choppy boat ride to Bako National Park to see bearded pigs and proboscis monkeys. Then, we headed over to Mulu National Park to complete frog and vegetation surveys, witness a bat exodus from a cave, and do a tree-top canopy walk, which was absolutely terrifying. Then up to a research centre deep in the forest of Brunei, where there was no other soul. Days were spent researching and setting up camera traps, completing bird and vegetation surveys, and of course swimming in the creek that was at the front of our jungle tree house style accommodation. Now, back to our backyard here right in the NT. Days in the field were spent trapping and surveying a range of species, in the laboratory completing experiments, vegetation surveys, endlessly walking in dense grasslands and spinifex grass, while watching the landscapes change from contrasting brown and yellow to bright green and blues. Although COVID has made things a little difficult, I know CDU are working exceptionally hard to provide different learning experiences to engage students. All these once-in-a-lifetime experiences have all been possible because I studied science at CDU. Who would have thought a degree could be this amazing and fun? Because I sure did not. I did not realise the opportunities that I would be given just by studying. I have made lifelong friends who have similar interests and environmental morals to me. When being a part of building these friendships, I have had the opportunity to work alongside some very inspirational women in the STEM sector. Along my travels and studies, there has always been a strong presence of women who display admirable qualities. When growing up and following alongside my dad, the environmental field did not have many women. So for myself, now entering the field and seeing such a heavy presence of females is very encouraging. As I continue to work with WMI on a range of research activities, Charles Darwin University has provided me with some fantastic skills and qualifications set up for life, opening me up to future postgraduate studies to further my opportunities. Lastly, I would formally like to take this opportunity to thank every student who has been a part of my educational journey, every lecturer who has taught me their specialist units, and a big special thank you to all those individuals in the science faculty here at CDU who have contributed to all the amazing experiences that I have been open to. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, for your inspirational words. Tonight's musical presentation will be Heal the World from Michael Jackson, performed by Iranda Muna Singh, who is also graduating tonight with a Bachelor of Arts. Or maybe not. Does anyone know the words? Oh. Rose Mill. Something's happening.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place, it was brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll find there's no need for sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there is love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. Fear or dread, we stop resisting and start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for us growing. Make a better world, so make a better world. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. And the dream we work and seed in will reveal a joyful way. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. Then why do we keep strangling life? Won't the earth crucify its soul? Though it's plain to see is what is heavenly. Be God's goal. We could try so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, you're all my brothers and my sisters. Create a world with no fear. Together we cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you cared enough for the living. Make a better place, to make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place, make a better place, make a better place. Heal the world we live in, save it for our children. Heal the world we live in, save it for our children. Heal the world we live in, save it for our children. Heal the world we live in, save it for our children.
Thank you very much. Before I go, I wanted to thank CDU for giving me the opportunity to perform, and to all the graduates, congratulations during this difficult time. I just want to say congratulations. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our thanks once again to Aranda. And now invite the Vice Chancellor and President, Professor Scott Bowman, AO, to commence the conferring of awards. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Mike. Would all graduands please stand? And smile. Chancellor, as Vice-Chancellor of Charles Darwin University, I submit to you candidates for awards set out in this official list of graduands. I certify that those listed have satisfied the requirements for the award of those degrees, diplomas, and certificates.
As Chancellor of Charles Darwin University, I hereby admit to their respective awards the candidates whose names appear in the official list of graduands. Congratulations, well done, family and friends, our graduates.
Would all the graduates please resume your seats? Thank you. I now call upon the Dean of the College of Engineering, IT and the Environment, Professor David Young, to present the graduates from his college. Thank you.
Chancellor. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, families, friends and colleagues, I'm very pleased to celebrate the achievements of the students graduating from programs in the College of Engineering, Information Technology and Environment. This college brings together degree and vocational education in the three disciplines that are the core component of our teaching, learning and research activities at CDU. We work hard to prepare students for careers designed to meet the needs of employers and the community. Our programs are professionally accredited and many are available both internally and externally to cater for the diverse needs of our student population. Today we are celebrating your success. It is a time to reflect on what you have achieved and where you might be going next. Hopefully your time at CDU has been just one step in your learning journey, and some of you might return in the future to undertake further studies. I would like to offer my heartfelt congratulations to all graduates. This is an important milestone in your careers, and I hope the programs you have successfully completed will serve you well in the next phase of your lives. To your family, friends and employers who have supported you during your studies, I would also offer my thanks. I share their pride in your achievements, and I would like to acknowledge the important part they have played in your success. Please all enjoy this day. Thank you. Chancellor, in my capacity as Dean of the College of Engineering, IT and Environment, I present to you for the award of Certificate 2 in Engineering Pathways, Jonathan Davies. Certificate 3 in Engineering, Fabrication Trade, Light Fabrication, Val Alde Peroni. Certificate 3 in Heavy Commercial Vehicle Mechanical Technology, Alois Viramai Chagova. And Chancellor Jesse James Johansson. Certificate 3 in Horticulture, Dimity Jane Foster. Certificate 3 in Mobile Plant Technology, Jorge Onofre. Certificate 4 in Building and Construction, Building, Elias Hurdas. Associate Degree of Network Engineering, Time Orind. Bachelor of Computer Science, Ying Xia Bai. And Chancellor Tommy Lay. Bachelor of Environmental Science, Peter Zamosi. Bachelor of Information Technology, Kausar Ahmed. Joshua Wayne Bauer. Wan Mei Chen. Kartik. Kaushish Chawla. Tausif Khan. Kunadi. Muhammad Jaminatul Naim. Prakash Nilpayan. Ariel Claudio Nicolas. Mainuka Rai. Gurjit Singh Randava. Riyajul Islam Shojib. Nut Min Tran. Jin Min Shu. And Chancellor Tian Hao Zhang. Bachelor of Science, Patrick Joseph McCormick. And Chancellor Emily Frances Moyes. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, Connor Patrick Murphy. And Chancellor Kiran Pathak. Bachelor of Software Engineering with Honours, Gaurav Adhikari. Bachelor of Engineering with First Class Honours, Alwyn Joseph Lau. And Chancellor Zachariah Sebastian Torbjornsen. Master of Data Science, Nursanti Dia Nugrani. Master of Engineering, Muhammad Musadul Alam. Amar Bashir. Shiva Busal. Arjun Bharatbhai Dankara. Muhammad Hamad. Muhammad Haris. Basharat Hashmi. Sanjita Islam. Amal Hossein. Venkata Anil Lokesh Kolada. Biswananda Limbu. Yue Ming Ma. Harjit Singh Man. Muhammad Kurat Ulat Nahid. Cheong Jin Ui. Muhammad Awaz. Vanil Jayakumar Patel. Mohit Saini. Roshan Sharma. Junming Shan. And Chancellor Subin John Babu. Master of Environmental Management, Milan Kafler. Master of Information Technology, Cybersecurity, Sachin Malik. And Chancellor Laurent Olivier Tour. Master of Information Technology, Information Systems and Data Science, Hashita Achar. Gautami Bairi. Ankit Chanana. Ka Chun Ma. Kaushika Pasupulati. And Chancellor Jianjie Yu. Master of Information Technology, Software Engineering, Srijana Bandari. Anusha Lama. And Chancellor Mayur Danishbhai Varghese Hassan. Chancellor, that concludes the graduate presentation from the College of Engineering, IT and Environment.
I now call upon the Dean of the College of Indigenous Futures, Education and the Arts, Professor Ruth Wallace, to present the graduates from her college. Thank you.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, families and friends both here with us tonight and those online. I know there's many people who wish they could be here and can't, but you're here in spirit. And my dear colleagues, it gives me great pleasure to celebrate the achievements of the graduating students of the College of Indigenous Futures, Education and the Arts, who have developed expertise in teacher education, Indigenous knowledge practices, human geography, disaster preparedness and management, languages, humanities, as well as the creative industries. Graduation is the culmination of years of hard work. Through deep engagement and commitment, graduates have developed creative, professional and critical reasoning and demonstrated their resourcefulness, In the next stages of your journey, I encourage you all to continue to bring your unique perspectives and solutions to emerging social, cultural and economic issues, and to share your voice with the rest of the world. Your stories matter, your ideas matter, your experiences matter, your vision for what our world can and should be matters. Today we are celebrating your success as graduates who are commencing new paths in all walks of life, in schools, community services, galleries and offices of a changing and diverse world. We'll feel confident that you leave CDU with the knowledges, skills and experience required for your future endeavours. You will be leaders and innovators in your chosen careers and an example for all those that have supported your journey and are inspired by your achievement. So please enjoy this moment. You deserve this celebration of an important milestone. As a member of the Charles Darwin University family, we rejoice in your achievements now and in the future. This is a time to remember the words of Mahatma Gandhi. You must be the change you want to see in the world. I offer all graduates my deep congratulations. Thank you. Chancellor, in my capacity as the Dean of the College of Indigenous Futures, Education and the Arts, I present to you for the award of the Certificate for in Visual Arts, Veronica Rose Hodges. For the Diploma of Educational Studies, Christina Margaret Wright. For the Diploma of Higher Education Studies, Madeline Claire Elizabeth Evans. For the Diploma of Indigenous Language Work, Elizabeth Joy Martin. For the Diploma of Languages, Maria Cummins. For the Bachelor of Arts, Kezia Michaela Dilitoso. Zifeng Li. Iranda Sahan Munasingh. And Chancellor Joanna Ruth Pastor. For the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Teaching and Learning, Pilar Elizabeth Jadu. For the Bachelor of Creative Arts, Bagus Jiwa Pramana Le Gusti. For the Bachelor of Creative Arts, New Media Design, Christine Louise Gardner. For the Bachelor of Education, Joanne Boyle. Mary Jane Kwan. Rachel Lisa Puantulura. And Chancellor Zalia Arshad Sethi. For the Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Teaching, Jade Broadbent. Ti Tan Huen Wee. Rebecca Jean Flynn. Emily Jean Pierce. And Chancellor India Van Dorn. For the Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Teaching, birth to 12 years, Aoife Harrison. And Chancellor Georgina Isabel Mullen. For the Bachelor of Education Primary, Bijou Montana Mary Daniels. Jason Darren Dunlop. Carla Abby Garwood. And Chancellor Taylor McCormack. For the Bachelor of Education Secondary, Xenia Bryant. Samantha Kate Appleby. Samantha Ann Freeman. Michaela Stivey. And Chancellor Demi Weeks. For the Bachelor of Education, Secondary Teaching Mathematics, Lou Anthony Ferreras. I knew we could make as much noise as the other group. Bachelor of Education, Secondary Teaching Science, Alana Jane Sherry. For the Bachelor of Educational Studies, Shana Larissa Wilson. And Chancellor Hua Zheng. For the Bachelor of Humanitarian and Community Studies, Janine Grace Asillo. Opoyemi Idris Hatulagabi. James Bridson. Faisal Taha Chowdhury. Anita Chimeli Chuma. Arif Zain Dawood. Yosef Dinardo. Manik Gurugai. Charisma Gurung. Sijan Karki. Rajan Kardka. AJ Kumar. Himan Laheju, sorry. Niruj Lamichinai. Bobby Magai.
That's my bro. Well done, Bobby.
Nidhi Paul. Apsara Pudasaini. Adai Regni. Siddharth Rijal. And Chancellor Umesh Sedhai. For the Bachelor of Teaching and Learning, Paul Anthony Emmanuel Vanderhost. For the Graduate Certificate in University Teaching and Learning, David Ompong. For the Graduate Certificate of Digital Learning Futures, Donna Murray. The Executive Master of Public Administration, Sally Cohen. And Chancellor Leonique Swart. For the Master of Education Global Learning, Jeffrey Michael Holcomb. For the Master of Public Policy, Danielle Emily McManus. Mary Elizabeth Peterson. Sarath Wilson Vithani. For the Master of Teaching, Christo Benza. Chen Chen. Titu Kindon. Amy Doran. Jiali Gua. Suleiman Jallo. Jasvir Kaur. Truk Lin Lei. Bisha Lu. Zitan Sunny Lu. Janani Arcadia, Nana Yakara, Lianj Donna. Maeve Margaret McCambridge. Ziying Mo. Sairam Reddy Putta. Namrata Raval. Tidong Yang Tran. Kajia Wu. Wan Wu. And Chancellor, Mei Lingzhu. For the Master of Creative Arts by Research, Egas Alves. Chancellor, that concludes the graduate presentation from the College of Indigenous Futures, Education and the Arts. Thank you.
I now call upon the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Simon Moss, to present the doctoral graduates. Thank you.
The Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, is awarded on the basis of in-depth research conducted over an extended period of between 3 and 5 years, or in the case of part-time candidates, up to 10 years. The resulting research is assessed by a national and international panel of academic experts to determine whether the research makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge. The candidates today have met these very demanding criteria. Chancellor, in my capacity as Dean of Graduate Studies, I present to you Moyes Butter. Moyes Butter holds a Bachelor of Science and a Master of Science from Triphuvan University in Nepal. For his thesis entitled Conservation Governance of Ecosystem Goods and Services obtained from red panda habitats in Western Nepal, as supervised by Professor Stephen Garnett, I now present to you Dr. Moyes Butter. Jin Balagdan. Jin Balagdan holds a Master of Education by Research from Charles Darwin University and a Master of Arts in Education from the Philippine Normal University. For a thesis entitled Flowers as Images of Movement, Memories and Materiality, as supervised by Dr. Berit Zemitz, I now present to you Dr. Jin Balagdan. Ilonka Gusay Brenfleck. Ilonka Gusay Brenfleck holds a diploma in education from the University of Melbourne, a diploma in counselling from the Australian Institute of Policy and Science, a graduate diploma in teaching English as a second language from RMIT, a graduate diploma in psychology from the University of Ballarat, a Master of Arts specialising in linguistics from the University of Mannheim in Germany, and a Master of Arts specialising in gerontology from Charles Sturt University. And for her thesis entitled Social Justice and Ageing in Australia, on the adequacy and fairness of the retirement income system, as supervised by Professor Rolf Gerritsen, I now present to you Dr. Ilonka Gusay Brenfleck. Catherine Ann Buckley. Catherine Ann Buckley holds a Bachelor of Science with first-class honours from James Cook University. And for her thesis entitled Evaluating Conservation Success for Captive Wildlife Displays, a case study of large-toothed sawfish Pristis pristis in Australian public aquaria, as supervised by Dr. Peter Kine, I now present to you Dr. Catherine Ann Buckley. Jane Marianne Monday. Jane Marianne Monday holds a Bachelor of Arts Psychology and a graduate diploma in Public Sector Executive Management, both from Charles Darwin University, and a Master of Business Administration Marketing from the University of Southern Queensland. And for a thesis entitled Objective Truths or Subjective Realities, a model of social and cultural impact assessment to deliver socially, culturally, ecologically and economically sustainable development of Northern Australia, as supervised by Professor Rolf Gerritsen, I now present to you Dr. Jane Marianne Monday. Benjamin Philip Saunders. Benjamin Philip Saunders holds a Bachelor of Engineering specialising in electrical and electronics engineering with first-class honours from Charles Darwin University. And for his thesis entitled Torque Ripple Reduction in Sensorless Permanent Magnet Synchronous Machine Drives, as supervised by Professor Friso de Boer, I now present to you Dr. Benjamin Philip Saunders. Janet Barbara Skews. Janet Barbara Skews holds a Diploma of Education from Murray Park College of Advanced Education, a Graduate Diploma of Education from Riverina College of Advanced Education, a Bachelor of Education from the South Australian College of Advanced Education, a Graduate Certificate in Public Sector Management from Griffith University, and a Master of Education with Honours in Adult Education and Training from the University of New England. And for her thesis entitled How Can the Work Aspirations of the Inunga People of Central Australia Be Realised, as supervised by Professor Rolf Gerritsen, I now present to you Dr. Janet Barbara Skews. Tien Tran T Twai. Tien Tran T Twai holds a Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering from Petro-Vietnam University, and for her thesis entitled Studies on Microbiologically Influenced Corrosion of Stainless Steels in Artificial Seawater, as supervised by Dr. Krishnan Kanapati, I now present to you Dr. Tien Tran T Twai. Benjamin van Gelderen. Benjamin van Gelderen holds a Certificate for in Training Assessment from HBA Learning Centres, a Certificate for in Christian Theology and Ministry from Nungalinnya College, a Diploma of Education from the University of New England, a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Laws from the University of New South Wales, and a Master of Education from Charles Darwin University. And for his thesis entitled Galway Christian School, an on-country and both ways philosophy of education, as supervised by Professor Ruth Wallace, I now present to you Dr. Benjamin van Gelderen. Erin Louise Westerhuis. Erin Louise Westerhuis holds a Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours from Charles Darwin University, and for her thesis entitled Bird and Bat Assemblages of Arid Riparian Woodlands of Central Australia and Key Aspects of Their Habitat, as supervised by Dr. Christine Schlesinger, I now present to you Dr. Erin Louise Westerhuis. And Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the doctoral graduates.
I would now like to welcome Sunny Leo, who was highly commended by the College of Indigenous Futures, Education and the Arts, and will speak on behalf of the graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, my friends, for your enthusiasm just now. And can I just express my gratitude to my lecturers and all staff at Charles Darwin University who have played a very important role in my academic journey so far. I'm very honored to be a graduate representative and the last speaker of tonight before you get started on popping the champagne. So let's get started. To the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Provost, Deans, professors, academics, graduates, and their proud loved ones present here and watching online, good evening. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land, the Larrakia people, and paying my respect to the elders, past, present, and emerging, and especially those with us tonight. Thank you for sharing your beautiful land with us, and let us call it home too. My name is Sunny Liu, also known as my Chinese name Zitan, or as my students like to call me Miss Liu, or just my favorite teacher. Today, I'm graduating with a Master of Teaching degree from the College of Indigenous Futures, Education and the Arts. To my parents and grandma who are watching this from China right now, and to my late grandpa who's smiling down on me, you are my inspiration, and everything I am today is because of you. To my fellow graduates, congratulations, we have made it. Woo! The world that we live in today is full of uncertainties. COVID-19 has derailed many of our life plans. There were study plans put on hold, jobs lost, and families kept apart. But despite all that, we still managed to graduate and achieve this significant milestone of our lives. It's an embodiment of what Charles Dickens once said, "It's the worst of times, it's the best of times," or the other way around, as I'm not very good at memorizing quotes. So for that, let's give ourselves another huge round of applause because we sure deserve it. Whether you have worked towards this day for months or years, there must be some points along the journey when it was too difficult, seemed like there was no way out, and you constantly question yourself whether it was worth it. But now here you are, after so many tears, midnight breakdowns, sleepless nights, you have made it. You're now officially graduating from Charles Darwin University with a qualification, knowledge, experience, and network under your belt, ready to start a new chapter in life. I don't think I need to talk much about resilience here today, because without it, you wouldn't be here celebrating your achievement. Now past the finishing line, it may seem like there's nothing to be done, but it's just the beginning. Remember, the best is yet to come. Among all the things you can achieve in life, making a positive change, however big or small, is the most inspiring. A university is only as good as the students, staff, and alumni, because after all, you make CDU. Now, let's save it to the end now, I think. Now let me tell you a little bit of my story. You're not getting a big lecture from a 20-year-old girl, so don't leave just yet. It seems just like yesterday that I arrived at the Larrakia land for the first time in my life with my 10 suitcases and my dog Molly. Before I could really appreciate Darwin's relaxing lifestyle and the welcoming community, COVID-19 started. The beginning of the pandemic was a dark time for Australia and the world. Being in a new place and not knowing many people here, I longed for connection and friendship, and most importantly, a sense of belonging. One day, I heard about a group of international students, like myself, getting together to form a community initiative called the Kindness Shake. They were preparing to hand out some free meals at CDU. Having nothing else to do during lockdown, I put my hand up to volunteer. Before I knew it, I was embraced into this group, forming a fast-growing charity, serving international students, temporary residents, and the local community here in the Northern Territory. Since our launch in April last year, we have served more than 6,000 free meals, helped thousands of individuals in need, recruited more than 100 volunteers, and partnered with dozens of local businesses and organizations. All this would not be possible without the generous support from CDU, anti-government, Red Cross, and the kind Darwin community. Being part of Kindness Shake has shown me how close-knit the Darwin community is, and that the NT is indeed a place of boundless possibilities, no matter your background. Volunteering has taken me to places that I never imagined before. I received friendship, connections, recognition, and ultimately, a home away from home. I've done so many more things for free because I now know there's so many experiences and encounters that just cannot be valued with money. You might have seen my face in the recent anti-health campaign, encouraging everyone to roll up your sleeves and get your jab to protect the ones you love. I'm also a Study NT student ambassador, representing fellow international students and encouraging students from all around the world to study in the NT. This year, I was also an NT Youth Week ambassador, inspiring young people from across the territory to come together, have fun by joining in the many activities, and envision a healthy and bright future. To those in the audience who are still under the age of 25, I still strongly encourage you to apply to be the next NT Youth Week ambassador, because I'll be too old to be a member of youth by then. So please carry on the legacy. Serving the community you live in and helping others in need brings so much joy and a sense of accomplishment. Of course, I wish all of you today would go on to have high-paying jobs, because high graduate income is what CDU is known for. But there's so much more to life than a successful career. What you'll be remembered by shouldn't be how much money you've made in life, but by how many lives you have touched and how much positive impact you've made. So rather than wish you success in life, I wish you good health, meaningful relationships, and positive contributions to society. Let today be the start of your journey to self-actualization, which according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs is the ultimate human need in life. All the teachers and educators graduating today should know that, otherwise you just haven't been paying attention in your lectures. To translate that into plain English to graduates from other disciplines, self-actualization is fulfilling your greatest potential. So, to all the future teachers, educators, artists, academics, politicians, engineers, scientists, mechanics, tradespeople, IT specialists, and whoever you aspire to be, once again, congratulations. Today is the day when you're bidding farewell to life as a university student and getting started on a new journey in life. Some of you might choose a path that's less traveled before, but remember, as CDU alumni, you will always have people to lean on, mentors to seek advice from, and the strength from a unique education in the Northern Territory. After surviving a pandemic, cyclones, earthquakes, and possibly crocodile attacks, there's nothing graduates from Charles Darwin University cannot achieve in life. Thank you for listening to my story. My name is Sunny Liu. Congratulations on your graduation and all the best on the journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny, for that wonderful speech. I now call upon the Chancellor to deliver the charge to graduates.
Thank you, Sunny. That was fabulous. Graduates, please stand. As newly confirmed graduates of Charles Darwin University, it is at this stage in the proceedings that we conduct a turning of the tassel ceremony. This is a long-standing university tradition that officially symbolises your transition from graduand to graduate of Charles Darwin University. Please now move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. I charge you as graduates to maintain a commitment to lifelong learning, to strive for truth, integrity and compassion, to contribute to your chosen profession, and by application of your abilities to support and nurture the communities that you are part of. I charge you to take with you the spirit and resilience of the Territory. Walk softly but proudly in the knowledge of your chosen profession. May your achievements bring honour to your university, your chosen profession and to yourself. Good luck, graduands.
Would all our graduates please resume their seats? This graduation ceremony is now drawing to a close. Our graduands are now graduates. Graduates, we ask that before you leave your contact details with us. You are valuable members of the alumni community, and we would like to stay in touch with you. Thank you, family and friends, for joining this celebration today. Thank you for your support you have shown to our graduates over the months and years of their study. Thank you. Our last word of appreciation goes to the very committed and hard-working staff at this university who teach, guide and support our students. Thank you. Finally, let me once again congratulate our wonderful graduates. We will follow your future careers with great interest. I wish you every success and happiness in the future. Thank you.
Every new day begins with a choice. The choice to make time for what really matters. To use every opportunity to work toward our goals. And to make every day count. Once we committed, we knew it was possible. Today is a time to celebrate and reflect on what we achieved. It wasn't always easy. We had our doubts. And the juggle seemed impossible. The early mornings and the late nights. When the inspiration was not there. The search for perfection. We just wanted to get it right. But for every challenge faced, we always had the end in sight. We found our inner strength and determination. We found support along the way. We used perseverance and passion to reach our potential and to find our new world. It all comes down to this moment. A feeling that will live with us forever. To share with the ones who've inspired us. To become the person we were meant to be.
Graduates, distinguished guests, families and friends, the academic procession will now prepare to form a guard of honour for our newest graduates. The Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor then invite you to join them in Exhibition Hall 2 for some light refreshments. Now please now stand with the academic procession and remain standing until all the graduates have left the hall. Thank you very much.